Hello, Joan.
Do you want to look through the thing?
No, I don't know why I just yelled at.
Why were
well,
you
she
so
said
happy?
hello, you two, so I went hello, Joan.
Yes, it's nice.
Sue's there. Hi, Sue. Dave from North Carolina.
Yes.
Bruce, Rich. I'm having a gin Ricky in Buffalo.
Ah, good for you, Gin Ricky. It's a bit later in Buffalo than it is here. I think that's 3 hours time difference. So it's
Yes, it
6
is.
p.m. Well
Right.
into gin.
Yeah, gin o'clock. Gin o'clock.
So haven't seen you since this morning. Did you go? Did you? I can't remember what happened today.
I've
Did you
been
go
off
for a
campus.
surf?
No, I didn't go for a surf because it was it's not looking. It wasn't looking. I should have looked. I didn't really look. I got into the working.
Well, you've got to look before you leap.
Yeah, I have a
As they
thing that
say.
I do. If anybody listens to KGO 810, I'm on that show every Thursday reporting on the environment at 11:36 a.m. It's out of San Francisco and it's with our friend Mark Thompson, and I'm the environmental correspondent. So today we were talking about Bayer having a big $12 billion payout for poisoning a whole lot of people.
You pronounce it Baya, and
Yeah.
I would say bear.
Yeah, I would
Yes,
say, yeah, because I
just in case
say
people-
ERs as an A. So Bayer, Bayer, and then you call it Bear. And they bought Monsanto, and Monsanto had this big settlement they had to pay to all these people who they'd poisoned with Roundup. Not a very happy story. Sorry about that, guys. But the fact that the happy part of it is that all these people were getting settlements and money, and a corporation is being held accountable for their bad behavior. So that
And are they
part,
going to be,
cheers.
Carol, is Monsanto going to be held responsible even though they're now Bayer?
Monsanto has been bought by Bayer.
Yes.
Bayer. So Bayer's had to take on their corporate responsibility, and part of that is, paying out this money to the people who got poisoned by Fucking Roundup.
Right. Well, you've got to watch out for the Roundup. Dana,
Don't use Roundup.
we used the cat photo on Monday's show, I'm pretty sure, if you go back and view that.
Yes, we did. What a cat!
Yeah, the cat with the keys. Tom is saying he usually listens to the podcast, so this is it's words, and now he realizes we're live.
Oh,
we're
yeah.
talking live, but we are live.
That's weird.
We're
yeah.
live, and we're talking to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
We look fuzzy today, Carol's
Well,
saying.
she says it looks better now.
Oh, right. She had a bad connection. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think he's not. He's a little bit fuzzy. But
Yeah,
not
I'm
that,
getting.
yeah.
I'm going to have my.
Yeah, he's a
I'm going
bit
to have this.
fuzzy.
I'm going to trim.
This isn't
I'm
fuzzy.
doing a bit of a trim down.
Are you going to have a trim
later
today?
I'm going to do some trimming.
Oh, good.
Um,
Yeah, some of them are quite long, I'm seeing. Sort of sticking out. Kind of.
yeah, there's some
Yeah,
rogue
there's some-
rogue whiskers.
Yeah, there's some crazy shit going on. Some crazy SHIT.
So did you say
Sorry,
bear
everybody.
is killing bees?
No, it's their Roundup, and it's been giving people cancer.
But Roundup doesn't kill bees, does it? It's a herbicide,
It's
not a
nicotide. It's the nicotide.
neonicotinoids.
Neonicotide
That kills the bees.
pesticides
That
that
kills
kill
the
the bees.
bees.
But apparently, what people have been reporting, and this is some other good news, that the bees have come back over this past winter. The numbers are up, but they're probably up because we're inside. So while we're inside and not doing all our usual nefarious, anti-bee work, I mean, not that we mean to be so anti-bee, but we're
I
out
think most
there.
people love bees.
Yeah, they love bees, but we
And,
really
and a lot of
terrible
people
to
love
them.
Ant Bee. If you're old enough to remember the Andy Griffith Show, which you're not because you weren't
No.
here in America.
No, I wasn't.
Um,
I was growing up in a little country called New Zealand, getting ready to come to America and marry you. Well, I had a lot of
Blissfully-
things. I did a lot of things before I married you, but I was getting ready.
Did you?
Well, darling, I mean, come
Darling.
on, darling.
Well, you did
Yeah,
travel.
I didn't marry you when I was 22 or 18 or any of that kind of. If anyone did get married at that age, congratulations. But we were otherwise occupied then
Yes.
in our 20s and 30s.
Yes,
We were
I was
doing other
quite
things.
busy. I was quite busy in my 20s.
Jake's got way more t-shirts than I got hats, and actually if we did a panorama in here you'd see he's got a lot of hats, but I just wear a hat when I can't be bothered to brush my hair, which, as you guys know, is actually every bloody day. I hate brushing my hair.
So,
hello.
During Varinus, I've seldom worn a shirt with a collar, and right away Rachel is loving my shirts. And I have to say,
Well, do
this
tell them about the shirt.
This shirt is an Airtex shirt, and it's farmer chic of a generation older than me even.
My parents' generation, when they wear
Belinda's-
these, this is a sexy shirt.
Belinda's stepfather, who I consider my father-in-law, and my father, to be honest, Simon, he turned me on to these Airtex shirts. The farmers wear them. They wear them tucked in. I'm not tucking this in, but it's a pullover. It only buttons down to about here, but it's very light and, venti Feels good.
Yeah, they're nice AirTech shirts.
I'm not sure how it looks. How does it look?
Oh,
well, Rachel loves it.
bloody handsome.
How do you think? Well, luckily you're already pregnant, but
yeah, we already have to. Yeah,
yeah.
Simon's he's your New Zealand dad, but
yes, I wouldn't.
And he's quite a Kiwi, so you really get
Yeah,
some,
well, he's all Kiwi, 100%.
He's 100% Kiwi, and then he's also quite old school because he's in his 70s. Oh, and he's got
laird. He's a laird.
Yeah,
of
yeah.
Scotland.
His name is so my
which is Lord. That's how they pronounced Lord back when they
laird.
didn't realize it was spelled Lord. They thought it was spelled Laird.
So his name is Sir Simon, and my mother's name, I kid you not, people, is Lady Sinclair Lockhart. They have a hereditary title, and my brother James will one day be Sir James. So if you would like to call me Lady Belinda, you can, but I don't really, have the title. It will be James who will get it because he's the son.
Yeah.
And,
sadly, well, you're not a relation to Simon by blood.
No. He's a Sinclair Lockhart, and I'm a Weymouth. He's my stepdad. So yes.
Although I would consider, so I'm sort of his son-in-law.
Once removed.
Well, what are you? You're his.
Well, you wouldn't say step-son-in-law.
Step-son-in-law. Yeah, I'm like his step-son-in-law. But I do think I enjoy going to his, farmers' hangouts more, I think, than his actual son does. I hate to badmouth James in that way, but maybe it's badmouthing myself.
You do go on the petrol heads drives. So there are all these guys who've got these fancy cars, and they have this club called the Petrol Heads, and they drive their fancy sports cars around Hawke's Bay, and then they go somewhere for a lovely spot of lunch.
But they're also kind of aging farmers, these guys. I mean, it's really, it's a great group. Like the one Fanula was asking me about, one of the guys one time, we go out to this lunch. So you drive the car, you meet up, and everybody's got their car, and Simon's got a Alfa Romeo, and so we go for a drive, and everybody parks their cars, and you look at their cars and talk about their cars, and then they have a big meaty lunch. But they had this bowl of apples, and one of these farmer guys, you have super strong hands from farming, as I know because my dad just grew up on a farm. His hands are massive. But this guy takes an apple, and he goes, "Can you do this?" He takes a hold of the apple like this and just twisted it.
Give you half of it.
He twisted it and split it in half.
Yeah.
It was like, I go, holy crap, how did you do that? He goes, it's pretty easy. You just, and then he did another one. And he goes, here, you try. Hands me one. And I'm like, So,
towny hands. Towny
hands. Yeah. I'm not too old.
I didn't say tiny. I said towny hands. So yes, Simon drives the Alfa Romeo, and then what's the car that his friend Bill has? It's some French beautiful vintage. What is it called? A Delagio? It's some pretty frigging fancy. Bill Ingalls has that really fancy.
Oh yeah, I can't remember everybody else's cars, but of course the steering wheels are all on the wrong side.
Jake does do a little bit of driving in New Zealand, but I don't let him do too much because
Ramon is suggesting that we go by Sir and Lady Jerry. like it, Ramon.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty funny. Yeah, the lady is supposed to get the full name, and then the Sir gets the Sir Jerry.
Yeah.
But I don't want Lady. Yeah, that's better, Sir and Lady Johansson. Jerry. That would be funny. Thanks, Ramon.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that will be our next pet name for each other. Lord Jerry, Sir Jerry,
Sir Jerry. If you don't mind,
Surgery,
Sir
Jerry,
Lady Jerry.
Yes, hello.
So.
Yeah, tell me something I don't know. What's a factoid that you've got in your brain?
Well, today, of course, is Friday Eve. That's exciting. I was looking.
I thought it was Wednesday. I got so confused. I pulled up into the driveway, and Jake had put out the garbage cans. I was like, "Darling, it's not time for the rubbish. It's only Wednesday because the Subaru is telling me that." And so I went, and I don't like the garbage cans to be out there because then people put their dog, into the compost one.
Now we're on, what? You're not even spelling it out.
Yeah, well, you know what? I'm really trying to be so good, trying to mind my P's and my Q's and my SHITs and my FUCKs.
Well done.
Yes.
So I put the cans out, and you brought the cans in, and then I had to tell you what day it was, and then I had to take the cans back out. I should have made you take the cans back out.
Well, I didn't bring them that in.
I took the cans out twice, so if you bring the cans in tomorrow, that'll be you bringing the cans in twice.
We'll be even.
So it'd be fair enough.
Yeah. Jen, I did call him surgery. I started out with surgery, and then I went straight to surgery. I was like, yes, just go. Do not pass go. Do not pass 200. Just call him surgery.
Yes, Michael, the stick is on the left if you drive from the right. But the thing about the stick is the gears aren't flipped. So first gear is still on the far left as it is in the American
Yeah, they don't
transmission.
do
So they
one,
don't
two,
flip the whole
three,
guts of the car. They
four,
just
five,
they just
reverse.
move the steering wheel over.
Yeah. What about the time when we were in
What about the time?
Picton?
I remember it well. We were in Picton.
We were in Picton. And I came out of that car park and just turned
Which
right.
is a parking lot. They call it a car park.
Yeah, I was in a car park, a big, where lots of people were parking. And,
We were at the grocery store,
we're at the
or as
grocery
you like
store.
to call it, the supermarket.
Yeah. Do you really call it the grocery store here? You don't call it,
Well, we might also call it the
it's
supermarket.
a supermarket. Okay.
It really,
Anyway, I
really
didn't-
is a supermarket.
I didn't
isn't it?
even notice that I had been doing that all this time. And then Jake pointed it out the other day. I was like, what are you talking about? Supermarket, grocery store.
All right, so we're coming out of the parking lot of the
Oh,
supermarket,
the supermarket. And I'm
and
the
we're
driver.
following our friends.
We're
also.
following our friends we're going to stay at their house. And I turn right and just start driving in the right-hand lane. And forgetting that I'm in New Zealand and I'm now on the wrong side of the road. And suddenly I see a car coming towards me and I realize my mistake. And of course he's honking and looking super mad. And I
And
quickly...
we're also going about 17 miles an hour. We weren't going fast, but we're going fast enough that the distance is closing.
Oh, it happened
quickly,
really quickly. And I quickly pull over to the right and kind of,
which
so
is the incorrect side of
the
the road.
incorrect side of the road to be on, but I'm not going to cause an accident with the people who will be on the other side going in the correct direction. Say we're going north, they're going north, and I'm in the south going lane, and then I quickly park on the right hand side of the south going lane. And this guy, you can see, is absolutely furious with me. And if he had stopped and I had said to him, "OMG, dude," or I call him mate because I'm being New Zealand, "I am so sorry. I am a Kiwi, but I've lived in America so long, I just turned out of the car park and I was on the wrong side of the road before I knew, before I could say Jack Rabison." He would have been really pissed if he had known
Yeah.
that I was a New Zealander who did that. So luckily
And-
we didn't have to have a personal conversation because there are so many accidents in New Zealand with all the tourists who go there. They actually have to write on the steering wheel, keep left, in enormous
And there's an
letters.
arrow pointing.
Yeah, be on
Or,
that side of
no.
the road.
Yeah, keep left.
Yeah, you're on
but
the
you're
left.
on the right hand side of the car.
Car,
but you keep,
yes.
To me-
Because there are so many head-on car accidents in New Zealand because everybody wants to go there. Everybody wants to rent a camper van and drive around beautiful New Zealand and have car accidents.
I felt like it was much more disorienting until I got behind the wheel, and then it sort of flipped you around.
Yeah, because you need to be in the car on the side of the car where you're right. You're beside the other cars coming towards you. The driver, you need to be closest to the other drivers. That's how you always do it.
Yeah.
Does that make sense, everybody? I hope so. I hope so.
Michael is suggesting Citroen is the name of a French. It is the name of a French car, but that's not.
Yeah,
the
no, it's
kind
not a
of car he's
Citroen.
got.
No, it's got a name like.
And it's not. Is it a Peugeot?
No, it's not a
All right.
Peugeot. And
I'm
it's
done
not
guessing
a
French cars.
Citroen. It's an older car, and it's got a name like Delagio, like Bellagio.
Oh, speaking of the Bellagio, I hear we've got to stay at the Gold Nugget in Las Vegas. They've redone the hotel, and it has one of the top 3 swimming pools
Of all
in
time.
the world. It's supposed to be awesome and
Vegas is
reasonably priced. So we could
Yes.
stop in Vegas on our way to Utah to see the beautiful desert.
Rocks.
Jen is saying in Texas they don't use shopping carts; they use buggies, and in New Zealand you don't use shopping carts or buggies. You use
A cart.
trolleys. People call it a trolley.
You just said cart, and then I said cart right back to you. You don't say shopping cart.
No, you say trolley.
Yeah, trolley.
The sign.
Go get a
The
trolley.
sign says trolley
Yeah.
at the grocery store.
Don't
This is where you
get
put your
trolleyed
used trolley.
and then try to drive your trolley. Getting trolleyed means getting drunk.
Yes, got it.
Okay.
Everybody's guessing cars in the comments. Okay.
Lavaggio. No, it's not a Lavaggio. Great DeLorean. No, it's not a Grant DeLorean. Oh, that's your last name, DeLorean. No. I mean, Grant is your last name, Jen, and then DeLorean. That's
Yeah,
not
I keep thinking
DeLorean.
that last name sometimes is part
Yeah.
of the thing.
What
Anyway,
is it? Anyway,
Oh.
I'll look it up and I'll
yes,
get back
do
to you.
look it up, would you?
I need to get
would
in
you
touch
look
with
it up?
Sue
Would-
Ingalls.
Yes, you
I've
do.
been meaning to do that for a while. I'm a bit of a slacker.
Yes.
Oh, who are those old coots?
Oh, well, that's the beginning of the chapter on snark on religion.
Yes, I was going to say they look religious. One looks like a monk and the other one looks like a padre.
Gore Vidal said, "I'm a born-again atheist."
Ha 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 ha. Me too, Gore.
Both supportive and sarcastic.
Yeah, I gave him
Interesting.
some snark right
Yes.
back. Come on.
I like the way you do it.
Yeah, I've got a snarky side to me. I know how to do it.
Someone in Boston called a shopping cart a wagon. How about that? Winston Churchill said, I'm prepared to meet my maker. Whether my maker is prepared for the great ordeal of meeting me is another matter.
God, they're talking about taking down, or they're trying to protect the statues of Winston Churchill, right outside the Westminster Abbey, because they feel like,
we're doing a lot of tearing down right now. I have to say that we're doing a lot of tearing down, and
Winston's got a checkered past, but he's also, he's a pretty unbelievable dude.
I'm not in charge of anything. I'm just spectating this mess. I've got opinions, but nobody needs my opinion right now. I'm trying to listen to other people's opinions and watch them.
Shall I tell you a story why Winston Churchill is unpopular with some New Zealanders?
Well, just let me say this first. Black Lives Matter. So if this contradicts that, then I'm not in for it.
No. This is about Anzacs Matter. Hashtag Anzac Lives Matter.
No, I say Black Lives Matter. You say Black Lives Matter.
Yeah, Black lives do matter.
All right.
And yes.
Then go ahead with what you were about to say.
Yeah, no, I didn't. Wipe that, delete that. So Anzacs are the Australian and New Zealand armed services or armed forces, or Anzac.
A stands for Australia.
Australia, New Zealand armed.
NZ stands for New Zealand.
Yes, Anzac, and then has an AC.
Armed combatants. That would be my guess.
Yeah, okay, armed combatants. So anyway, Churchill was one of the generals who sat on the beach drinking tea, ordering the Anzacs over the ridge into Gallipoli, where they got mown down like flies because they just basically were coming up over a cliff into enemy gunfire, and they were killed in the thousands. And we had, zero population growth after World War I because so few New Zealand men went home. But that also happened in other places. England got a lot of, they lost their, what did they call them? Not the best generation, but...
The greatest generation.
Well, but is World War I, are those guys, they are called? No, I thought it was World War II.
World War II is...
Yeah. See, get your army, your war facts correct, please.
Yes, I'm doing my best on
Sir
the fly.
Jerry.
I'm getting...
Sir Jerry. Surgery.
Yes.
Surgery.
Yes.
Scalpel.
Yes, Lady Jerry.
Yeah, come on.
Quite right, Lady Jerry.
Quite right, yeah. Anyway,
Carol is saying what they WTH, it's freaking history, and I think I'm with you, Carol. I mean, I know that I'm with you on that, Carol. A lot of this is history, and we're going to have to eventually just put up a plaque that says, well, we used to think this was cool, but now we think it's less cool because of this. We'll put a plaque on there, and we just keep amending and addenduming things. Maybe that's the best way to go about it. I don't know, but I'm not in charge of how to fix everything. What is it?
You aren't?
No.
Really?
But that's
Sir
a good,
Jerry.
Like, if we were to ever get divorced, I would say at one time I was the husband of Belinda Weymouth, and she found me quite fantastic. But then she grew tired of me, and now I'm on the slag heap. But that doesn't mean I wouldn't still be great for someone new.
You'd have that as a plaque on your shirt.
I just put that on the plaque as an addendum to me instead of husband of Belinda.
You'd really go into full details.
One time husband of Belinda, but now currently not so
available.
Much in her great graces because of some thing that I did that I don't even... I can't even imagine what I would do to cause you to want to divorce me.
Yeah, no, I can't either. But if you get in touch with her, I might better give you a really resounding, what do you call it, referral. But I can't imagine us not being together. It would be so dull and boring and, not to be with you. No. I mean, you are my best friend, and so if I didn't have you...
You're my best friend,
who
too.
would be my best friend?
So Jen is asking, when I'm back on the road, will Lady Belinda be doing any traveling with you to your shows because they want to meet you? And I would love to have you travel with me because for that reason, and because then also we could do the comedy show, and we could do one of these shows, and then we could do a meet and greet pizza party or some crap like that. I was just doing this.
Yeah, I mean, we'd make it fun. I used to travel with you on the road.
From time to time, but
in the
let's
beginning.
face it, once you've seen one comedy show, you've seen a lot of comedy shows. I mean, you saw a lot of... Anyway.
Well, I told you guys in the very beginning of Varinas that when I first met Jake, I said to him after about 10 shows, look, I could get up and do it for you. If you were sick, I could at least do the first 20 minutes. I know what you say. I kind of know how you do it a little bit. And Jake, the look on his face, can you imagine? I said, now listen, would not be as good and it would not be you, blah, blah, blah. But I'm quite a quick study. So... But yeah, I'm not, trying to say that I'm all that, because I'm not, obviously. But yeah, you would have fun meeting me, Jen, because I could be...
Well, Lady Belinda, not to toot your own horn, toot toot.
Well, I just de-tooted it. I untooted it, and then I just gave it a little half toot. That was what I thought I did.
Oh.
I mean, I didn't go too,
Darren's suggesting hang on here, a Varinus party at my house, expired Kirkland chicken and cottage cheese.
Yeah.
Well, Darren, you're speaking my language. You're singing my song. Yeah.
What do you mean no Chipotle for Jake if Lady Belinda goes on the road?
You would have
I
Chipotle.
like Chipotle.
You do like Chipotle, but you go for the...
There's vegetarian brown rice Chipotle. I can get it how I like it.
You go for the veggie burrito.
Yeah,
So
I go
does
for the
Vanilla.
veggie burrito
She
with the
likes
black
that.
beans. I like brown rice. I don't like white rice. I don't like too much rice. Love cilantro, lime juice. They make grilled veggies. I have a good time at Chipotle.
Yes, quite.
Come on.
Quite indeed.
I mean, yes.
Yeah, huzzah!
I worked out who it was who recommended The Great.
Oh, you did?
Cassandra.
Oh, our neighbor Cassandra.
Yeah.
Oh, so we've been watching The Great.
Oh, it's
about
so
Catherine
good.
the Great, but it's sort of a fantasy fictionalized version of it.
It's a very anachronistic and very loosely related to the truth, but extremely watchable.
Although there have been wars between Sweden and Russia, which is interesting because Finland is between the two of them. So Finland would often be occupied when Sweden and Russia were at war, but Finland was not participating in the war, and then Russia annexed part of Finland.
Yeah, I was going to say Finland was practically Russia for. I mean, they had to really,
But
get
they
rid of
are a
those
sovereign
Russians.
nation now. I'd like to notify President.
Would you like me to say 777 and finish?
No, I'd like to finish the sentence I was just saying.
Well, it's in Finnish.
Yes, go ahead.
Finish your Finnish
Why don't
sentence.
you finish saying
Finish it.
777?
Hoot to you. Oh, Jerry. Come on, that was a little bit funny.
Yes.
Oh, you're just thinking about finishing your own Finnish sentence.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I would love it if everybody, Darren, you're saying that you'd love to see me live if they just stopped testing the Varinus, although you just said I'd love to see you, so you may be talking about Belinda. But I'd love to know where everybody lives. I sort of know all that stuff, but...
Jen only wants to meet me if I start cussing again.
Oh, in person, she can't stop cussing. Believe me, for you to be able to barely bring it under control during the show is terrific. Although, one of the...
that's not true. I can absolutely... When I go to Buckingham Palace, I am not going to be using... I'm not going to be dropping F-bombs.
It's a joke, Lady Belinda.
Oh, God. One of those.
I exhaled vigorously into your
he exhaled his
nostril.
Varinus all over me. So guys, please be careful and please wear masks because the numbers are going up and it's really easy to social distance. He's pretending. So Jerry is pretending.
So Phil...
He doesn't like to wear a mask, but he does wear one.
I do wear a mask. Come on. So Phil is suggesting DC, and I do want to come back to DC, Phil, but I will tell you, I'm about to do a show through the DC Improv's website that my friend Ramin Mostafavi, who I've done some outside gigs the last 2 times I've been to DC. I've been working with him, and he does a marriage counseling show that I'm going to do tomorrow night through the DC Improv. So you can go to the DC Improv's website and buy tickets and watch that on Zoom wherever you are. I think the tickets are $5. It's not stand-up, but it's me and another comedian and Ramin, who's also a comedian. So that's 3 comedians. So we're going to be talking about relationship type stuff. And I don't know.
Will I learn something if I listen to that about you and relationships and what you like and don't like?
You may hijack your way into it.
Oh, good, I will. So Todd is heading to the mountains tomorrow for a couple of days of golf with his friends, and he's really worried because his perfect attendance is going to be in jeopardy. So why don't we think up some way that Todd can make it up? How many shows are you going to miss?
Hang on.
Yeah.
Todd.
Yeah, Todd.
Do you have
an internet connection?
Do you have
where
an
you're going?
effing cell phone? Because you can watch this on your phone
from
your golf cart while you're driving around the golf course.
If you've got some Wi-Fi or some...
I think you can do it.
Come on.
You just put in your earbuds, you're listening to the show, you're golfing with your friends, you just have them... leave you alone for a half hour.
So you could just, if you want to.
Obviously, I'm joking. Do what you want.
But
Todd.
we're just trying to help you with your perfect attendance. That's all. We're trying to keep it perfect because.
And it's good to see Dana again because he's got it back to regular work, so he's not able to.
And Dana, do you still walk and talk with the animals? Is that still your job, or are you doing something different now? Have I missed something? Was I not paying attention when Dana said he's got to work? He's
Yeah.
Keith wants me to sit behind you on stage and continue the backseat driving.
Yeah.
Can you imagine a comedian getting up and doing his show and having someone like his best friend, Lady Jerry there to be behind him, giving him some pointers? It'd be funnier. Why Yeah. I wouldn't do old lady backseat driving though. I'd be doing my regular backseat driving, which is really just fucking interrupting. Oh, there you go, Jen. That one's for you. You're welcome.
I knew.
You're very welcome, darling. I did that.
I knew you'd get around to it.
I didn't mean to. I really didn't mean to. But it must have been. I felt you through the airwaves, Jen. I felt that you needed that. So there you go.
Yeah. So,
one of the things is I just really like swearing on Facebook because, I try to get back at the man behind Facebook because I think he's a little bit
yes, Carol,
evil.
So Cleveland is on my list to get rescheduled as soon as we get back out of this this lockdown. And when I finish writing my memoir.
Do you like playing hilarities?
I love Hilarities, and the guy who owns it.
Oh, that's right. It's a club. I thought it was
Nick
a game.
Costas is one of my favorite all-time human beings. I just that guy is an example of what you should be trying to do as a man or as a person. So this moment of snark brought to you by Robert Benchley in the context of literature. It says the freelance writer is the person who's paid per piece, per word, or perhaps.
Who was that snark written by?
That was Robert Benchley, who was a member of the Algonquin Round Table.
I like that.
And his role was played by Campbell Scott in the movie Mrs. Parker and the Vicious Circle, which is available somewhere, and it's directed by
Alan Parker.
No, Alan. God, you've just blocked me out now. Alan Rudolph.
Oh, that's right, Alan Rudolph.
I'm in that movie.
What's the name of your character?
For a hot second. Peter Toohey.
And his character's idea was the one to have the round table, and you got cut out of too much of it. They should have had more of you in it because your character was really good, but they had a lot of people, and they had to do some snipping. Is that what Alan Rudolph said? Or if I'm paraphrasing, but... Sort of, yeah. Yeah.
Michael says they're supposed to go to Australia to take care of those cute little bears, koalas, I guess. They don't you have qualifications? Qualifications.
Yeah.
Got it.
Dana works for the Humane Society in Pasadena.
Nice. Humane Society. I support the Humane Society. I'm not down with everything Peter does, but...
Well, yeah.
Oh.
That's what you think of animal rights?
No, that's not.
Militant?
That's just a bit of gas escaping. Can I take your temperature? Because
I'll lift up
I should have done this at the beginning of the show.
To see if I was safe to be around. What does it say? How am I?
Holy crap.
How am I?
Well,
hot?
You're a bit hot. Maybe it's the hat.
Yeah, it's hot under my hat. I think the hat's
maybe you're just a bit hot.
Yeah, maybe.
Leave the hat off for a couple seconds.
Okay, maybe it's being around you.
I'm going to take my temperature.
Oh, I'm 99.5. You're the usual 98.7.
97.8.
Cucumber.
Now you're 98.9. You dropped.
Okay, that's pretty good.
You're fine.
All right.
You're fine.
There we go.
No, go ahead.
There we go.
Go out to the
Lady
bar.
Jerry's
do whatever you got to do.
Yeah, breathe on people. Cough on them. Do whatever I want.
Bill's suggesting we do a red carpet for one of my live shows. Yeah, well, I don't know what the hell that means, Bill, but usually the red carpet is all the people who are in the show coming past all the people who are about to watch the show or people who wish they could watch the show but couldn't watch the show. But in my experience with my shows, personally, that everyone who wants to watch the show is generally able to get in and watch the show or come to the late show, in which case they've already left to go drink at a bar until it's late show time. So it'd be tricky. And also, in the show, there's not that many people in the show. There'd only be like 2 other comedians, so that'd just be 3 of us coming down the red carpet. It's a bit complicated. So what we could do is get a red throw rug and all do a shot of some kind of Varinus disinfectant before the show.
Well, but maybe the idea is that a lot of people could come down the red carpet.
Could be. Well,
I could come down wearing a hat, not wearing a hat, wearing a dress, not wearing a dress.
We'll get a red slip and slide. We'll all put on our bathing trunks and just dive on the red slip and slide and go skidding past the interview camera.
Take my photo!
Varinus!
Hello, paparazzi!
All right.
Okay. All right. Okay. Get it. Yeah. Bring it in for a more.
Bring it in for a
get
landing.
More mature.
Well, that's our show for
Yep,
today.
that is
Tomorrow
our
we've
show.
got the Friday
Yeah.
happy hour. Oh, this has been pretty happy. Thank you all
Yeah,
for
I'm
coming
pretty
today.
happy. I've got some. I'm got to go do some more work.
Can you
Albert.
can you tell me a bit? I'm still looking into the idea of a camp of some kind of van that we can sleep in when we travel around the country.
Are you talking to me or to them?
I'm talking to
everybody.
Yes, everyone.
Yeah, the Cavaliers
This is
and me, Lady Jerry.
Everyone's all
calling
included.
everybody. Calling
Yep.
everybody.
Yeah.
Come in, everybody.
So, where would you say the marriage is at right now?
Oh well, again, high nines. I mean,
High
really,
nines?
you're right. It does sort of peak, during the show. But I mean,
this is the best time. Often
there are other times during the day when I really do love you. I see you, and I'm like, look, there he is. The dirty look the other day was just because I was remembering.
Yeah.
We can't remember what it was I was remembering.
The most troubled times I find in our relationship are just around dinner time. And then after dinner, when we're having our wombat poo dessert on the sofa, you're in usually a pretty good mood. So,
yeah. So maybe it's when I'm a bit hungry or hangry, as someone's I know is going to write in the comments right away. When I'm a bit hungry, and then I'm not so great when I'm super, super tired. That's a bit hard for me when I'm really tired.
Yeah.
I'm quite nice when I wake up in the morning.
Yeah. So
the van thing is easy to do here, but you can't leave the
state because he's in Alaska.
Oh,
You've forgotten this about Ouija.
I have. Oh, bummer. But yeah,
we
want to go somewhere quite far north. Not a juicy van. No, thank you. We want to go quite far north. When we were in Iceland.
If you're in it, it's a juicy van. You know what I mean?
Oh, Jerry. Yes, I do. Ha ha ha. So we were in Iceland,
Again
and we
with
were
the Iceland.
No,
again with the Iceland van. Okay,
this is funny.
All right.
No, because our van was so perfectly blacked out. Our lovely, carpet all over the walls and interior windows, so you couldn't see out. And, insulated and nice and dark. And then you'd see people in their stupid, juicy vans, and they would have every towel that they owned trying to block out all the windows and all the lights so that they could get some sleep because it's light all night. And I was like, thank God we're not in a juicy.
No. Oh, things that only old people would say. Thank God we're not in a juicy. Oh, actually, I think old people might say, oh, I wish I was in a juicy.
Yeah, I'm not that old. Come on, mate.
I love you.
Yeah, I mean, this is as young as I'm ever going to be.
Yes, I know.
From here on out.
That's my saying.
Yeah, I know. I took that from the best, so Jerry. Enjoy it.
I was on this conference call.
Well, it's like this, because it's all downhill from here. Yeah, hello, conference call.
I was on a conference call today.
Hello, conference call. Okay, Lady Jerry's about to lose it. Let's go over to Mr. Jerry, and I'm not going to talk. Okay, you ready?
I don't know what happy hour is going to be like tomorrow. So I was on this conference call this morning for this corporate gig that I'm doing next month for Sitecore. And they were saying, oh, it's too bad that Belinda doesn't come with you. We'd love to meet her after seeing her on the show. So I'd just like to pass that on to you, which is along with what Jen had said. So today's...
Didn't they even think about me is Sitecore the one who was thinking that I could be in the show? No, that's someone else.
No, I think that's another one. But
right. That's another person who, yeah. I mean, I'm pretty corporate, America, don't you think, guys?
You clean up all right, but you'd have to really no BS not say the F word.
I could. Look, I'll just pretend I'm at Buckingham Palace.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm ready.
You need my arm off? Not my favorite thing. It's just the weight. I'm not crazy about that.
I don't go that hard.
The weight of that. You go about that hard. You're putting the full... Oh. So, today's...
what are these muscles for, Jerry? So, Jerry, what's all the working out for?
I am going to choke.
Oh, okay. You heard it, guys. If I'm not on the show tomorrow, if there's been some femicide,
I release the chokehold. I don't.
If you murder me right after the show, you're gonna be so sad when tomorrow's show comes and all the comments are like,
"Believe me, I've worked this out myself. I thought maybe I should murder her. No, I would be super sad if I did that."
Yeah.
And also the rest of my life in prison.
Yeah,
not
but
so
that would be super lousy for Fionnuala, silent O, Fionnuala, Fionnnula, Jen, silent O.
I would not do you harm.
Fionnuala.
So today's quote, today's Seize the Day, thank you, Rachel, again, is from John Coltrane, jazz saxophonist, if you don't know. John Coltrane says, in any situation that we find in our lives, when there's something that we feel should be better, we must exert effort to try to make it better. So it's the same, socially, musically, politically, in any department of our lives. When there's something that we feel should be better, we must exert effort to try to make it better. Socially, musically, politically, and in every department of our lives. So try and make things better before tomorrow, because I'm really counting on you all. And thank you for being here. I love you. I'll see you all tomorrow.
Nice to me now.
What would you like? Would you like a compliment on your appearance, or would you like a compliment about your sense of humor, or would you like a compliment about your brains?
Well, I'm trying to make the world a better place.
Well, just on topic. Thank you. Yes, her heart is in the right place, and that's the one category that I left out. Your heart is in the right place, and you are trying to make the world a better place, both by being a loving wife to me and a terrific mother to our daughter, and a tremendous environmentalist who's presenting positive messages to the internet. And if you don't like that,
okay. Now I'm a little embarrassed. I was wanting to cut him off a little bit. He was like, "Yeah, that was quite a speech." Jerry,
I put my
surgery.
I put my full weight into that compliment.
Yeah. You guys are really going to think I'm a bit of a So I'm not that needy, I promise. But thank you, darling. That was super sweet of you.
Yes. Well, you're most welcome and most deserving.
Okay. Well, I'd love to put my elbow. Should I just do this? I'll just do a very light.
Grab on.
I won't put any weight on.
All right.
I'll just do it like a nice art like this. See, there's lots of space. I won't make them too hot, and I won't put any weight on. And I am taking the piss just a little bit.
Well, we'll see you all tomorrow. Take care of yourselves. Don't give up. Thanks everybody. Happy hour.
Yeah,
Don't forget,
hello. Bye-bye.
Bring your favorite
Bye-bye.
beverage.
Bye, Jen.
Bring
Bye.
your favorite beverage
Bye,
tomorrow.
please. Bye, everybody.